Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video, and today we are going to be looking at this repair or this logo replacement. I thought this job was going to be pretty straightforward, so I didn't actually start filming until things started to go wrong with it. I never thought this board or this job would be worthy of making a video of, but here we are. So just to catch you up to speed, the job came in and between the two arrows along the stringer there was a crack in the resin and there was water getting in under it. So all I was meant to be doing here was sort of opening that up a little bit, releasing the water, and I thought it would just be a simple case of replacing the resin. Once I started chipping away at that resin though, it started just flaking off really easily, no effort required on my part at all. And unfortunately the laminator or the shaper, maybe the same person, maybe not, has put this logo and its rice paper on top of the fiberglass and only put a single layer of resin over the top of it. So as you can see now, the logo is exposed, that paper is all kind of scuffed up and exposed, so it's going to go as soon as I start sanding it. Luckily for us, on the underside of the board there is the exact same logo, it just happens to be black, but we are able to copy this logo and we can put it back on the deck side as well. So as per usual, we're going to take off the wax just using a heat gun and a rag, and then once we've taken off as much as we can using that method, we're going to liberally spray some wax and grease remover over the board and remove all of that leftover sticky residue. And then we can carry on scraping back that resin as much as we can until it stops coming off easily. Just a heads up to you guys, every time I've gone to ER or the doctors with fiberglass or resin in my eye, it's always from doing a task like this where you're kind of chipping away at resin or fiberglass, trying to open up cracks, that kind of thing. I'm pretty bad at remembering it, but put the glasses on if you're doing this kind of thing because it's super painful and nothing's going to ruin your day as badly as having shards of resin sticking in your eyes. So as you can see here, the paper that this guy's logos are on are definitely creating that delambing issue. The resin chipped away perfectly above the logo's paper and then it was good outside of the logo's paper. So he really should have put some fiberglass over the top of that paper to hold it in. I'm imagining the problem that he faced was it's a white logo and he had a blue tint in his resin. But what he should have done is laminate his board with that blue tint and then put a separate patch of clear fiberglass over the top of the logo, and that way that logo's paper would have been protected. So we're all sanded back now with 120 and we are ready to reapply the logo and some fiberglass, but first we need the logo. So in order to copy this logo, what we need to do is take a decent photo of it. Then you're going to want to send that photo to your graphic designer girlfriend and she's going to put it into Photoshop or some program like that and trace it into a PNG file ready for printing. I don't really know anything about all that techie stuff, but if you're looking for a graphic designer girlfriend, mine came from England. I just hit up the UK and they sent me one and no complaints. If you need the job done quickly though, you do have to keep your eyes on her and just make sure she gets on with it.
It's pretty global. Even if it's prohibited by law, people still do it. It's a marketplace that we can't see us expanding into.
Once that file is complete, you're going to want to forward that onto your local surf shop. In my case it's No Limits Surf and Skate, and you're going to ask them very kindly if you can borrow their printer just to print out one A4 page of rice paper on their LaserJet printer. You don't want to use another kind of printer because the ink can run, so you definitely want to go with a LaserJet printer, although always test before you glass because you don't want that ink running or changing colour. I do find that the staff members at the surf shop don't respond as well to the wooden spoon. Okay, I'm going to try and cram a ton of information into this short little time lapse of me cutting out paper. So the first thing to note is that yes, the logo is black and the original one was white. So we as normal everyday folk are not able to print white. I could send away and get a white logo printed. That is possible, but it would cost the customer extra money, it would take extra time for the logo to come here, so this was just the quicker way to replace the customer's logo. And secondly, you'll notice that I'm cutting away away all of the extra paper that I don't need. So if we have a quick look back at the original logo that failed, and we'll freeze it right there, you can see that the laminator here glassed in one giant rectangular piece of paper, and that's just more material between your composites, between, in this case, the resin and the fiberglass layer, in our case between the fiberglass and the fiberglass layer. Putting things like paper underneath your fiberglass and on top of foam or other fiberglass, you're just risking delam. So you want to remove all the dead weight that isn't necessary and is a risk. The logo is a necessary risk, the rest of that paper is an unnecessary risk, and it has failed. So while this step can be a little bit tedious, it is well worth doing. Get yourself a sharp scalpel and cut all that dead weight out of there as close to your ink as you feel comfortable with. You'll notice here that although I've cut a lot of paper away, I've left the two arrows connected, and that's going to ensure that I still have the perfect spacing between the arrows. I'm not guesstimating how far apart they are. Big thank you to all the new subscribers. There's actually heaps, and I'm kind of blown away. This YouTube thing is a lot of fun, although it is a lot of work, but I am enjoying it and I'm happy you're here, so I hope you're happy you're here too. I'm not famous enough yet to have someone to sponsor this video, so I figured I'm going to sponsor myself. I do have a shop where I sell shirts, hats, all that other stuff, even that apron I'm wearing, which has saved a lot of my clothes in the last few weeks now that I'm actually wearing it. I used to come home covered in resin and all kinds of crud, and now I come home clean and I don't have to throw my clothes out every 2 weeks, so that's been a plus. You can get black ones, you can get grey ones, you can get red ones, you can buy mugs, you can buy trucker hats, you can buy snapbacks, you can buy flat caps. Man, I even got bandanas for your dog. And if you want to get more waves this summer and let everyone know where the fuck you're from, try out this I'm Local shirt. Works every time. Look at this guy. You're not snaking him. He will scrap you in the parking lot. You can let him know at the supermarket too with your reusable shopping bag. Anyway, if you're one big kind or small kind fan of the channel and it's been helpful for you, maybe I've even helped you out on Instagram or something with a problem you've had, maybe consider buying a shirt or something. This YouTube gig doesn't pay a lot, it is a lot of work, so if you're in a position to help out and support, that'd be greatly appreciated. Buy my shit. Chee! So we're going to cut this patch out of 3-ounce cloth. We're not going for strength here because the fiberglass on the deck is actually in good condition. So the only real purpose of this cloth is to protect our logo. So 3 ounce is going to be plenty strong enough for our purposes and just give us something to sand over. For those of you who aren't aware at this stage, this board is poly. It's a PU blank with poly resin over it, so we're mixing up poly resin here. The steps with epoxy would be the same. I'd maybe go a slightly bigger patch because we're going to have to sand that patch after this step with epoxy. But being poly, we're going to lay it down with this resin and then hot coat straight over it once it's kicked. You definitely want to get some resin down on the surface before you put your decal down. It's going to help hold it in place. You can still slide it into position and adjust it a little on that resin, but it makes it a lot easier. You're also guaranteeing that there's saturation on both sides. You're not relying on the resin to soak through the paper. You can also use the brush for this as well. It's a good tool for the job for sure. So here I'm just kind of mushing the paper down. I'm making sure it's flat, letting that paper absorb as much resin as possible before I chuck the lamb over. Now it's basically the same as a regular ding lamination. Just be wary at first. I'm pushing pretty lightly here on the squeegee and progressively getting harder, but it is possible to slide the logo around if you're sliding the cloth around. So go easy and gradually get a little bit harder.
That's what she said!
And then once you're ready to remove all your excess resin, then you can push with a bit more pressure. Once our lamination's kicked off, we're going to mask around the area. That is optional, you don't have to, but I choose to. And then we're going to lay our hot coat down. So all of our sanding up until this point has of course been with 120, so now we're going to start with 240. We're going to bust off all those edges, level it all out, and at the same time we're getting rid of all those 120 scratches we did in our preparation stages. After that, we're going to go to 320 on the orbital, then we're going to go to 400 wet, 600 wet, 800 wet, and then polish, and we are finished. Yet again, another one out the door. Not a complicated repair, but a little interesting with the logo, so I hope that's helpful for someone. And once again guys, cheers for watching. Really appreciate it. Like I say, to all the new subscribers, welcome, and I hope you're getting something out of it, and we'll see you in the next one. Hope you're well. Cheeew!
See the light that's shining through. Ain't it wonderful?
And rightfully so, because he's winning.